Checking. everybody. Welcome to this special episode of Fresh Out the Box Plays Savage World Deadlands. I am Johananon, the Game Master Extraordinaire.
I'm the co-host, Casualty CDG. I'm a retired child crimes and human trafficking detective turned tabletop titan and improv comedian. And since we're playing Savage Worlds, Deadlands, Pete Perkins, the harrowed and undead outlaw, along with this cattle drive.
And hey, folks, my name's Matt. I am a lighting and scenic designer. But tonight, I'm James Daffodil, and ghosts don't exist.
Howdy, y'all. Thomas Avenger, artist and voice actor extraordinaire down here in Houston. Tonight, I'll be playing Big Oaf. Oaf like to smash things.
And thank you for asking why it's a special episode. We just, right before we went live, got our 200th follower. Thank you, Connor22H, for putting us over the top. We have hit 200 follows. Woo!
Whoop, whoop. That's my boy Connor right there. I don't know that Connor, but I would like to. He or she is dope.
They put us over the top, and we are so excited. We've been driving at that for a while, and we're very happy to hit it.
You know, I won't forget that Connor did this. I actually remember who our 100th follow was still.
Really?
Yep, I do. It was Cole.
Oh, okay.
We were at 99, and he was our 100th, and I told him I'd never forget. And so now Cole and Connor...
Man, they're making it easy on you, too. Cole
they
and Connor.
And I don't know why, but my brain remembers these people, these names, these moments. Thank you.
Fresh Off the Box has hit 200 with this episode of Deadlands. I don't know what to say about it. I'm not going to stick on it too long. We're just very excited. We're going to have to do something special soon. So, yeah, watch our social medias and that kind of stuff.
It's like, how many giveaways do we have? Let's just give everything away back to back. Let's just give shit away until we're out and then go back and ask for more. Like, I don't know what happened to all of our giveaways. I must have dropped them somewhere.
We should make an embroidery of the names of everyone who gets the channel to the next 100.
Like a quilt? I would sleep under a quilt of our followers.
Do we know anyone that does like cross stitching? We could just have a really big one that each user would just cross stitch.
My aunt sews.
Chad's mom makes quilts. I often sleep under the quilt that she handmade for us.
I have one of those. It's nice.
It is.
But yeah, it's great to be back. We missed last week in solidarity with a day without Twitch to protest hate raids. Since then, we've been targeted by some bots, which is funny. But, you know, we're okay so far. So hopefully that stays the trend. I'm not trying to goad them or anything, but yeah. So that's a real thing that happens to real groups of minorities and people on this app. So just be aware of that and, you know, maybe email Twitch. But yeah, so last time that we did play, you guys were going past the Hades Fort, a fort run by the Wasatch, a.k.a. the Mormons, guarding one of their crucial railways. After that, you got harassed by a man with a fine mustache. He harassed you over several days, eventually setting fire to the prairies. You finally confronted him, having enough of his bullshit, at which point you guys were attacked by what is known as the X Squad, which is just the Wasatch troops that tend to have very specialized equipment, including, in this instance, a steam-powered Gatling gun armored wagon, 10 jetpacketeers, and an automaton, which was a colossal-sized robot, not D&D colossal, just rather large, that you guys all handled pretty readily. You suffered some pretty significant damage. Some of you got close to finally biting the big one, so that was fun for me. But after a lot of really badass heroics, the lazy-ass crew was managed to bring these men to heel. It is now that we return to the aftermath. You guys stand on the field of battle, having won. There's half of bodies like sticking out of the ground of jetpack people. There's gore, and just some people got pink misted. Some people are bleeding out on the ground. You'll actually see Abraham giving somebody their last rites.
Where am I right now at this moment? I can't remember. I feel like I'm messed up somewhere.
Yeah, you just like flew off, but you landed and are now on the ground. Not that far away, but you are very hurt.
Very, very, very hurt.
You're very hurt. You were like one wound away from potentially dying.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're bleeding out of stuff. It's not good.
Oaf is gonna see that. Oaf's pretty jacked up too, I believe, having been.
Oaf's a little hurt.
Yeah.
Tends to.
Oaf's just gonna dump his backpack out next to her with it's got essentially one item of everything from the local shops. Just blah 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 blah.
Since you run over to help, she's going to give you some instructions. You're not going to argue, are you? Nothing complicated.
Okay.
She's just going to tell you to bring certain things, and she's going to start setting up like a triage tent to tend to people.
All right. Yeah. Oaf's gonna follow. You'll see him look around like a little kid on the ground, not spying stuff deep, but eventually.
And she's like, "Get the tent out of the wagon and get me 2 barrels and blah, that kind of thing."
Can I just drag the wagon over there?
You can bring the whole wagon over.
Yeah, that's what Oaf would do.
You just bring
2 barrels and a tent and just drag it.
What you doing, Pete?
I'm gonna like to go through the wreckage, everything that we broke over here. In particular, the wagon, the steam-powered wagon.
The steam-powered wagon is very fucked up at this point. Some parts of it are salvageable, potentially. And you do have an engineer with you.
Yes, so that's what I'll be working on. Under Jamie and Crooked Charlie, well, the 3 of us would go piece that.
All right,
Oaf for sure wanted that Gatling gun, but it blew up.
I'm sorry, what did you say, John?
Yeah, I'm making some rolls.
Okay.
So yeah, you guys managed to get a lot of scrap out of it, and the engine's completely shot, the wagon's completely shot, but the gun might be salvageable.
Oh.
Not from the wagon though, from the helicopter. Because the helicopter, I forgot about the helicopter.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you guys, so Pete, Jamie, and Crooked Charlie are salvaging.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Thank you. Here. Oh, thank you. Okay. And yeah, so James, I guess you're just getting triaged. So let me see how well she fixes you up.
Also, I have a question. How many people in this world at this point, how many people have flown? Should I feel special?
You should feel very special.
Nice.
There's never been, they don't have planes. They have that helicopter. It is a thing, but it is only something that the Wasatch do. So you're like one of the first non-Mormons to take flight.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah. And once again, as always, I know there are Mormons in 2 of the games I run. They are just a big part of both canons. So
I mean, is that the name of this episode? The first non-Mormon flight?
the first non-Mormon.
Yeah, that's a really good out-of-context, brand new sentence.
Episode 13, Protestants in the Air. Flight of the Protestants.
I don't know enough about helicopters to know for sure if Mormons were the first people to fly in helicopters.
No, it's not. They also
Do you-
jetpacks.
Do you know this?
I'm pretty
Do
sure.
you know who designed the first helicopter? Because
Leonardo da Vinci designed the first helicopter, but
The
not
first
the first
working-
functioning. Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
first functioning one.
I'm pretty
I don't
sure
know.
Cape
The
Con.
Mormons.
I'm pretty sure the Wright brothers were the first to fly anything. So
Right, but the first helicopter could have been the Mormons.
yeah, but it was after the plane. So this is fun. I do enjoy this.
Igor Sikorsky.
I approve of this
You say
historical.
Igor Sikorsky?
Mhm.
That's a Mormon name.
Mm.
Yes, I'm Igor Sikorsky, famous Mormon.
Church of
Utah.
Latter-day Saints, yes. Straight out of St. Petersburg, I mean Salt Lake City.
Every day's
Oh,
a school day.
God.
We learned about helicopters today.
Sorry, I need a second. That got me. I
Wow.
don't know. That got me
Tired.
somewhere special.
We got people in the chat telling us to focus.
But yeah, so you were tended to, James. You are no longer like in risk of dying. She cleans your wounds, you're bandaged up, and she's helping a lot of other people, including some of the surviving Wasatch. She is patching them up, and she's going to do it unless somebody like physically stops her. And if you try to stop her, she's gonna be pissed. Just FYI. She's very.
Stop it.
Yeah. Huh? What'd you say?
I said stop. Stop it.
She'll look at you and be like, "Shh, Daffy, you need your rest."
No.
Just go.
Stop helping these people.
She's gonna like hold
They're
your. She's
almost
gonna push your
water
head
down.
down with the wet rag on it. She's gonna. Shh.
You better.
Man, I don't know that Oaf would just let these guys hang out there after watching them shoot all their friends up.
I'm gonna try to poison them if I can.
That'll happen
For
later
real.
tonight. But yeah, so anyways, later tonight, you guys are cleaned up. Everything's more or less okay. Your crew didn't suffer too many bad injuries. It's mostly Daffodil and Oaf and the Pringles guy that died. Ned, you guys have a brief funeral for Ned. You find most of his pieces. And you put him in a hole. And that's that. So
You know what Ned always said?
once you pop, the fun don't stop.
That's exactly right.
I like to
He had a
think
certain way of living his life, and when I head back to East, I'm going to open up a chip shop in his honor.
Hey, how about we sell them at our sandwich shop?
Hey, that's a great idea. We call it Jersey Mike's and Pringle Eds. So what's that last name, anyways?
Can you make
His last name's-
so Oaf hand fit inside?
Oh, look, his state ID is right here. It says
No,
his last name's Pringles.
we're specifically you're gonna make the cans not big enough for your hand to fit inside of.
No.
You're gonna need a third party device to get them.
Can
I know what- turn
can into mouth?
Yes.
You know what that guy always liked doing is putting his chips in a fucking tennis can instead of eating them out of a bag like an asshole. He kept his jerky in a tennis can too.
Tennis cans and chips. But yeah, so it is nighttime. If you really
It sounds
do,
dumb or whatever, but like you don't have to worry about getting smashed or whatever. Just a can is a better thing. You don't put your fucking beans in a bag, right? You put them in a can, so chips or whatever.
if you really do want to poison these guys, let me know. It is kind of a war crime, but you know, you do you, man.
What happened to us? Explain to me what happened to us.
Like,
And
Yeah.
how it was not a war crime.
Yeah, we're just
you guys were
merchants
attacked. You guys
moving
were
cattle.
attacked. You have legitimate grievance, but these people are injured, and typically, you know, triage to both sides isn't uncommon.
Yeah.
Well,
It's only a war crime if they're an official military. They are an official military. They are not in a declared war. though.
Not a declared war with us. I rolled Oaf's smarts to see if he would pick up on not murdering them, and he did.
Okay. It's bad. But
Mr.
hey, James, you can
Daffodil.
do whatever you want, bro. I'm not going to stop you.
Might I have a word with you for a moment, Mr. Daffodil?
yes.
And before you go over there and visit those men, let me let you know there's a fine line between murder and self-defense. And what you're looking at here ain't gonna help you sleep at night.
Your spirit can feel Daffy's murderous intent. Your Matoi spirit.
How am I supposed to sleep at night if I think they're gonna attack me in my sleep?
That's why we gotta keep on moving, Mr. Daffodil. Headed north.
Those men bad.
He points.
That's right.
When he says he's worried about getting killed in his sleep, he points at one of the guys. He doesn't have any legs.
Yeah, but he was flying around. You don't need legs to fly.
Actually, they're surprisingly helpful with a jetpack when you're controlling your direction. But you're not wrong. He could like replace them with fins. It'd be even better.
Oaf make them sleep like little rabbits. One quick turn.
Prisoners soft.
No hurt. No hurt them.
Just pet.
Just
but yeah,
sleep.
I will not stop you from trying. You're welcome to.
Let me talk to one of these idiots.
Okay. One of them.
Hey, hey, piece of shit. How about you give me one reason why I shouldn't just kill you right now?
You know,
I'm gonna intimidate him from behind, just menacing look behind Daffy.
You know, if you want to send me into the arms of the Lord, so be it.
Oh, God, forget it.
That's what he says.
And I'll walk away. I'll walk away.
And when you walk away, I'll be leaned up against the opposite side of one of the nearby wagons, and as you walk by, you decided not to turn any of them into a saint today, huh?
That's right.
I'm proud of you, Daffy. And Pete too, surprisingly. I wasn't expecting you to be on the side of good on this. There's like that your spirit is in the back of your head, like, nah, kill him. Kill him, eat him.
Butch would have walked by and executed every single one of those guys.
Yeah, he would have.
That's right.
He was a bad influence.
That's really what killed you. Terminal vengeance. But yeah, so the night passes uneventfully. There's not a secondary attack. The next day, one of the not hurt guys from the Wasatch, one of the guys that recovered, is going to go get help for his people, and they'll thank you. They'll be like, "Thanks for not killing us. Thanks for helping us. You know, that guy was crazy. He wasn't even supposed to attack you guys. He was just supposed to question you. But you know how it is when people are in command." But he'll say that, and he'll leave, and eventually he'll come back with some people. But you guys don't have to stick around for that.
All right.
But you don't feel like you're gonna expect too much from them in the future. But nice one, Gary.
Thank you.
I'm deceased. No.
So, you guys continue on your path, heading towards Wyoming.
So, do I still have my wounds, or am I good?
So you will have them. You'll lose one a day, I think, is how it's gonna work.
Cool.
So as long as you don't do anything too strenuous at first, they're gonna pull you off of point for a bit, just till you feel better, you know. Unless you want to ride, but you are hurt.
No, I'll probably rest. Unless something goes wrong. Then
Yeah.
yes.
So you guys do travel for a few more days, and you get to the border of what is the Sioux Nation. There's going to be some warnings here from Sutter. Some people don't believe in the old ways, but the Sioux Nation is protected by them. When the stuff that was happening historically in this country was happening, the Sioux Nation fell back on their old ways, and in this world magic exists, so they were able to success. If you want to know the actual story, they awoken the Thunderbirds, and the Thunderbirds sanctified their lands. And it made it so that they couldn't use some modern stuff, but they were imbued with magic, and it's hard for armies to invade them because your weapons turn to dust in your hands. FYI, while you're in the Sioux Nation, everyone has the all thumbs hindrance when using manufactured goods. You guys are less good with technology while you're here.
All right.
Bill tells the crew he hopes to skedaddle across the corner of the nations and get into Wind River Canyon before the Sioux even know you're there. But the herd's just too large. So it's going to be the second day. You guys have been on the trail now for 3 days since you were attacked by the Wasatch. And you're 2 days into the nation. So you are probably back up to form, James, at this point.
All right.
The second day after crossing into the nation, a roving patrol catches sight of you guys. They keep their distance, but they don't remain unseen. They're not trying to hide. They shadow you from a distance, clearly visible and always watching.
I'm gonna shout and wave, "Hello!"
They just look. They don't look aggressive. They don't look mean or anything. They're just watching you guys.
Are these friends?
Looks like they're just watching us go through. As long as we keep our heads down and keep moving, we shouldn't have trouble.
Okay.
Yeah, Bill will catch. He'll be nearby when you guys are talking. Yeah, they're gonna tail us. Keep us honest and moving. Some of the younger ones might try to slip in the night and count coup or take a horse or steer as toll. If you see them, get in the way, but for God's sakes, don't attack. First off, we're on their land, and it wouldn't be right. Second, there's a whole lot more of them than there are of us. However many you see tailing us, remember, there's a dozen villages within a few hours' ride of us. Comprende, muchachos?
Loud and clear.
Muchachos.
Bill, he does wait for everyone in the crew, including people that aren't you, to signal that they do understand. He doesn't want any trigger-happy Yahoo getting folks killed. So, the third day, you are at the front of the line as usual. James, you're riding point as the best rider. Go ahead and make the first roll of the session. Give me a notice roll.
A notice roll?
Yes, sir.
He threw down that riding roll with a fat 18. Guess you're feeling good.
You're
Damn.
right. You can keep the riding roll for the next part.
Combined, that's a 30.
This notice roll is at a -2, but even with that, you definitely see. So what you see is one of the cows like kicks a rock or something when it's walking, and you notice it laying on the ground near the riverbank and just starts sinking, like real fast.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Like you know immediately that there's quicksand right there.
Yeah, I'm gonna shout, quicksand, quicksand.
Yeah, and with your ride check earlier, you easily cut the herd off and stop them from going in. That was going to be a whole thing, but it says that if you notice in time that it's pretty easy to circumnavigate. So
Sweet.
You guys don't get a bunch of cows stuck, which was going to be fun.
Oaf is going to be throwing rocks into it as like everyone's going by.
Jamie will be sitting with you, and she'll throw some in too.
Yeah, big splash.
Big splash. She'll be like, fascinating. She'll like take notes. You don't know what about.
Oaf will pull out his coloring pad and draw her taking notes.
Nice. Shortly after crossing the North Plateau, the point rider for the herd, which in this case is you, James, crests a rise and gets his first look at the Oregon Trail. Like the Oregon Trail. It's not as awe-inspiring sight by any stretch, consisting of a wide-open prairie and deeply rutted wagon wheel tracks. But much more awe-inspiring is a large contingent of Sioux. 100 or more. You see a lot of them. They're on the opposite side of the ruts that blocks the herd's progress north. Sutter says, I reckon they want us to follow the trail. Maybe that's how they want folks passing through. You continue on, Daffy?
No, I sure would like to chat with them for a moment. Let them know we don't mean any harm.
They're not aggressive, if that helps. They are just watching. It does look like they're trying to guide you.
Cool.
You can try, but they do pull back when you approach. You can be persistent if you want to.
Well, I was going to make a point of disarming myself, and then riding with my hands up, seeing if that'll help.
Sure. You ride with your hands up, no weapons. 3 of them will break from the group. One of them looks to be in charge, riding at the head.
What in the hell is he doing? He's gonna get himself killed.
He needs help.
Stay right here.
They ride up, but they're not aggressive. They're not pointing weapons. They don't seem particularly worried at all by you. The leader will nod, and he'll say something you don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
But then one of them will translate. What can we do for you?
I just want to let you know we're just passing through. Don't mean any harm. We've been in a bit of a scrap with some fellas down south, and we're not looking for any more trouble.
Everything I'm saying now is said by the first person and then translated by one of the second ones. That is not a problem. We are not concerned by you. Continue on the trail, and we shall have no problems.
That's wonderful. I just want to ask one more thing, if I could. Anything we should keep an eye out for, so I can keep my people protected?
Nothing in particular bars your path.
All right. Well, I very much appreciate talking with y'all, but we'll head on our way.
One of them will say something to the guy, and then they'll talk amongst themselves for a second, and then he'll say something again. There is a group traveling ahead of you, 6 wagons deep.
Anything in particular we should know about this group?
We have seen them bury some of their dead. We do not know why they died. We suspect sickness.
Well, that's extremely helpful information. Thank you very much.
They'll do a hand gesture that you can't mistake for anything but like go in peace kind of thing.
Sweet.
They're really nice, no big deal. But there is the implication if you stray from the path, they're not going to be happy.
Right.
Because
cool.
right now you guys are in the nation, but you're just going across like the corner. Like you're barely like you guys aren't trying to go through. You're just going across a corner. But yeah.
Great. Then I head back to Sutter, tell him about the illness going around, possible illness.
That ain't no good. Well, hopefully we don't have to be around them. We'll avoid them if we come across them.
Yeah. Maybe people should keep their bandanas ready, cover their face, if we end up having to get close.
They're gonna keep them spirits out, which cause sickness.
God damn it!
Sutter's not a science guy. Sutter's superstitious.
Right. Yes, sir, Mr. Sutter, the spirits.
Oh, that's good. Is it any kind of cloth, or do I gotta put a coin under my tongue?
Yeah, you know
You
what?
don't eat money.
Yeah, you don't got to put any coins in your mouth. You don't have to do any of that. Just cover your face.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Both moms say no eat money.
Good advice.
Sutter will look at Big Oaf, and then he'll go off to do the stuff that Sutter does. Very very funny though. Let me skip to this part.
Like you'll turn for a moment, Daffy, and look back, and then there's like a child's blanket tied around Oaf's face, like a handkerchief, bandana.
Mm.
Ugh.
Good job. That's right.
So you guys follow this trail until the night. You guys camp, and then you continue on until the next night. The Point Riders, which fortunately it's really, I like that Daffy's up there because otherwise it's all NPC crap. But so you're gonna catch sight of a fort up ahead.
A fort.
Yeah, it's not big. It's not the Hades gate or anything like that. Again, it's not anything like that. It's just a simple wooden fort. Smoke is rising from inside the walls, indicating it's likely manned.
All right, I'm gonna take out my rifle real quick just to peer down the scope at the fort and get a better look at it.
Absolutely. So as you get closer and you peer at with your scope, it becomes clear that any celebration of civilization was premature. It's difficult to see in the fading light, but it's clear the structure is in bad repair. There are significant holes in the palisada. Palisada? I only ever read that word. I've never had to say it before.
Palisade?
Yeah, wood wall. And the gates are propped up by something. The gates are not standing on their own. But you do see figures atop the walls. None of them look to be soldiers. And since you are looking through more or less a spyglass, they're simply pioneers or frontiersmen who've taken shelter, it seems.
I bet those are the sick fellers.
Your snakes, we do best to avoid them. I'm pretty sure I'd be all right.
We just pass.
As you ride back to tell people something's going on, a bird flies past you.
I don't want to speak for anyone that may not be here, but
Nerd.
seems like Nerd the bird might follow this other one.
They would if it wasn't flying past you while you were alone.
Gotcha.
It flies past you while you're at the head scouting. Just right past you.
Anything in particular
It's a
about this bird?
big black raven.
Big black raven.
But you don't know, necessarily anything about it. But you don't like it. It's a bad omen, regardless.
All right. Then I guess what I have to do is tell everyone to watch out for the bird. Sure is creepy.
Yeah, it doesn't make much sense for that guy to be here because he's not from the Sioux Nation, and he is considered an outcast by his people.
Mm-hmm.
If it was him, you would wonder what he's doing. But so as you start reaching the fort, which I assume you continue riding, right?
Yeah, but I think our intention is to
Can we go
keep our
around it?
distance from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you guys start to go around it, you notice that the Sioux are blocking any further progress. They continue to drive the main body of the herd toward the fort while widening their area. And it is just an increasing number of them circling you guys.
Oh,
They're not
have idea.
they're not making any sort of attack noises or anything like that to make you think that they're gonna do anything.
We go fast.
but they're pulling us to the fort, right?
They are pulling you to the fort.
Cows go in fort. Fast.
We're gonna stop the herd. We want to stop them right now.
Yeah, that's not an issue for you. You call it quits. Luke rides to you, and so does Sutter, and pretty much the rest of the crew will do so as well. Pete and Oaf can be there. Sutter will be looking around like, well, shit.
Friends.
Yeah, what do you think?
Well, I don't want to be doing anything crazy or aggressive. There's way more of them than there are of us.
Might I make a recommendation? We set up camp right here, Mr. Sutter.
That might not be a bad idea.
Yeah, keep these fellas ahead of us.
So Sutter will instruct people to start. It'll be like, JJ, go start breaking camp. You got
They take
latrine
cows
duty
when
and
we
shit."
sleep.
Huh?
They take cows when we sleep.
They might have taken one or two already.
Let's just call that a tax.
Yeah, it was just a tax. We'll say, Pete, you actually saw one of them in the camp the other night, and they just smiled at you and left without taking anything.
I would have just whistled at him and looked at him and watched him leave.
No, he actually smiled at you like in a friendly way. It was like, ha, he like shrugged like, you got me.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Like they're just it's kind of a game almost. But yeah, so you guys start setting up camp.
There's a cool old ritual to become a war chief, which I learned about in Reservation Dogs, so it may not be entirely accurate, right? But it is from Native Americans from a Native American written show. But to become a war chief, supposedly you had to one of the steps was to touch your enemy without killing them, and to take something from the camp. And so that's fun that they're taking things from our camp. It's
Yeah,
a nice little...
it might be people doing it rite of passage. Yeah.
Yep, it's a nice little homage to some of the things that I know.
I
think are
am
true.
caught up on that
I
show,
believe
and I
that's
love
accurate.
it. It's a beautiful
I think so
show.
too. Yes, that show's great.
The last episode made me cry. But yeah, so you guys start setting up court, and as you're doing so, some people, I believe, let's see. A small group of men comes out of the fort holding torches for light. They're led by a gray bearded man in flannel shirt and a weathered plainsman hat. All are clearly pioneers trapped here by the same Sioux that escorted you here. But they do stop a good 20 feet away from anybody, which is, further than they normally would. They're kind of far away.
Are you a wizard?
To the bearded guy?
Yeah.
I don't think so, Sonny. He'll spit a big old black glob of dip.
They said you were sick, and I'm point like at the natives that are out there.
Yeah. I'm not sick. We don't have any symptoms, but so you heard about that. That's good.
I'll pull up the mask and tie it around my face. You sick? Go.
They stay back. They're pretty far away, but they're howdy y'all. We're glad to see you though. It's the first bit of luck we had in a while. I'm Rudolph Jovich, the wagon master. That's a
you
cool
take
title.
medicine.
Would that we had any, big guy. He tips his hat. They corralled us here a few days ago, and we ain't seen anyone else since. They ain't attacked us, not even a feint. They just sit over there in the distance and watch us starve. Anyone who tries to leave gets feathered. Now, who might y'all be brought you to this godforsaken place?
Big Oaf, we have cows.
We're part of the laziest cattle drive.
He'll listen to you guys introduce yourselves, and then he'll tell you that there's nearly 30 settlers camped back in the fort. I said we
So
was what?
so y'all been locked up here for days with no food or anything?
Yeah, we're out of food now. That's why I said we was happy to see you. But you might not be happy to see us. You guys already seem to know. We've already had a few deaths from sickness. One of the families lost a grandmother to consumption just outside Laramie. Soon after we buried her, a couple other folks came down with something, maybe smallpox. That's why we're keeping a distance from your friends. He removes his hat and adds, I'm sorry to say 6 of our folks are presently showing symptoms. We have them sequestered in a tent at the back of the ruins. 4 have succumbed since we got trapped in here. We're taking precautions to stop the spread, but I reckon the natives are planning to keep us bottled up until we eventually die. Then they can just burn the whole shebang down and keep it from spreading to their folks.
You wear a mask. No get sick.
Of course, now that you're here, I don't believe we're going to starve. But he, as you say that, he'll pull up his bandana. You know.
I'm gonna lean to Daffy and like whisper, "They want to eat us."
We'd be more than happy to pay for a few of your steers course.
Well,
Cow.
I mean, we're trying to do business, so how much willing to pay?
You can try to sell them, but Sutter is willing to give some up for free.
Some of his share.
Yeah, he'll give up his share. He doesn't care.
Oh well, that's all right. We
Yeah,
just give him
that's
business.
fine if you guys don't want to donate to the cause. It's not a
Fucking
big deal.
Daffodil swindling these sick people. I know you're sick and dying.
He
Give me
said
the
he
coin.
wanted to pay. That's what he said.
It is what
I
he
would
said.
have given it to you for free, but
He was
wanted
like
to pay.
reaching for the check
It's
slowly.
now
like
that
after
you'll
one of
notice
those moves.
Abigail giving you a disapproving look. Yeah, we'll get you sorted out. They'll offer up some cattle, free of charge.
Any more information you can give us about this, or they're just waiting for you to die?
We think they're just waiting for us to die. We don't really know.
What kind of sick do you have?
Smallpox, I think he said.
Yeah, it looks like smallpox.
Looks like smallpox. Great.
We don't have a doctor.
Pete, you think you could take a peek?
Yeah, I think I could, but I'm gonna have a hard time identifying it.
Are you?
You know,
are you immune to disease?
I ain't a doctor neither. I think so.
That's funny.
I let me check. I'll find the rules.
I do. Yeah, I do love that none of the books like say anything about what to do with Harrowed. It's funny. I always have to be like, oh yeah, this is fixed just because of that.
Let's see. It's in the
When Pete talks, they back off a bit further and go, oh shit.
He's cursed.
Cursed to life.
Yeah, James, it's always funny to you how ugly people think he is. They just back away for no reason.
I don't see what all the fuss is about. He is kind of a curmudgeon, but he isn't that bad.
You wonder why people do Hail Marys when they see him.
Him have holes in chest.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that'll happen sometimes.
What?
I said, I guess it'll happen sometimes.
Yes.
I figured.
Yeah, ignore 1 point of wound penalties, doesn't breathe, immune to disease and poison, doesn't bleed out, and is only permanently slain by destroying the brain.
We'll do an explainer for these people then. I'll be like, oh
He's a
yeah,
zombie.
Pete, you can't get sick, can you?
No.
Look, Abigail will talk to the settlers as they back away. Look, he's on our team. He's a friend of ours, and he's not going to catch this thing. So if you don't mind letting him take a look, he can even cover up so he's not scaring the children.
There are kids.
And they'll nod. Yeah, they'll acknowledge that there are children in there.
Now, before I go in there,
bag and give some stuff to Pete, like kids stuff.
what is it exactly you want me to go in there and find out? Because I reckon the only thing I'm good at is killing folks.
Well, Pete, why don't you come over here and we'll have a chat about it?
You guys have a chat in private.
Yeah. Well, Pete, I don't want you to just be looking at the sickness. I need you to look at everything. Everything you can possibly think of, the layout of the place. If there could be any, funny business or any way to get these people out of this situation so we can get on our way and make some money for once. What do you think?
Yeah, looks like it's got 4 walls and an open courtyard, Mr. Daffodil.
Oh yeah, what are you guys doing?
That's Heavy Pete has that 4 smarts, that D4, and so what he got out of that was, what's the layout of the building? It's got 4 walls and an open courtyard.
All right. Well, I know you'll do your best. Just try to write something down so you don't forget it.
Got bad news for you, Mr. Daffodil.
He's also illiterate.
All right. Well,
Not uncommon.
maybe just send Big Oaf in there. Maybe he's got antibodies.
Oaf give candy to children. Kids scared.
Maybe I'm not the best one to send. I just clicked on my hindrances and edges in the chat for you guys. Illiterate, mean, clueless, and menacing.
Any of you can go in there. It's just a greater risk.
But I intend on role-playing my character, so maybe we don't do this.
It's funny. No, it's funny.
Oh.
I appreciate that. You know what? Have a penny
Hey, thank you.
for being a dumb piece of shit. I appreciate you acknowledging.
Is that me or my character?
You cared.
Okay.
No,
Yeah,
you're doing a great job.
No, I didn't know if I was a dumb piece of shit or my character.
No,
was.
you're doing
I
good.
know how you get sometimes.
I don't give you bennies for you being a dumb piece of shit. But yeah, so if any of you can't go in, they do extend the invitation. Hey, if you guys want to come look around, just be aware that we do have the sickness in there.
Maybe you could get your folks to put masks on or something.
Yeah, anybody going near them is wearing something.
When they poop, is it water?
I don't know. You'd have to ask one of the people tending to them.
That means you're sick.
He'll take one last look at Big Oaf and they'll leave.
Yeah.
All right, I want to go head in and take a look around.
All right.
I'll head in behind him.
Same.
All right, you guys go on in. You do see they're set up in some of the buildings. They have some people watching the walls. They have a small camp. It is about 30, like you said, and you do see the sick tent out back.
Oaf has like 20 mess kits with him. He's just gonna hand them out to people.
They'll thank you. They'll be appreciative.
I'm going to point to the 4 walls and the open sky and look at Daffodil.
Yeah,
4 walls
right.
and an open courtyard.
Nailed it.
Yeah. You got it. You got it, Pete. I have a mechanical question.
Yeah.
If we were to use our weapons here in the fort, but like against these people, not that I'm going to, but would they turn to dust or whatever?
So nothing's going to immediately turn to dust. Any gun or mechanized anything that you critically fail with will break. And you do have -2 to use any mechanical devices, including guns.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool.
Which I think is actually a pretty cool thing to do for the natives. I do like their backstory. It's interesting. But yes, So you guys are walking around. People they seem pretty down, but they are cheering up a bit that there's cow that they're eating. You see, they're already starting to cook it up. They're piecing it, getting ready to eat.
Steak time.
Steak time, yeah, they're pretty happy about it. Yeah, that's all you guys see. You do see 4 graves, just like he said, 4 fresh graves.
Anything written on them?
Nah, they're just like stick crosses.
Yeah. I guess we should probably go see about the sick, because that seems to be the problem.
I'll lead the way. I'll open the door to their makeshift sick bay, their bunkhouse.
It's a tent. It's a sick tent.
Okay. I'll open the door and walk in. Open the tent door, as it were. The flaps.
It has that weird, clingy humidity and that, like, strange smell that the sick tend to have. It's a little muggy in here. It smells like piss and shit and throw up as well. You do see there's a man and a woman in there where they're like covered up as best they can, but obviously they're not doctors and they're trying to take care of people.
Hey there.
Just so I'm clear, you guys are covering your faces, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You do see some people, they look like they have smallpox.
I was wrong. I did not have mess kits. I had trail rations.
Okay.
That's what I was passing out.
Some food. People would be very appreciative of any food you can spare. But yeah. But hey, how y'all doing? It's not. They're not in high spirits.
You're the sick people.
These are the sick people. Yeah. We're hoping we don't get sick, but someone's got to take care of them. Otherwise, they won't get better.
Well, so what are you thinking? What's your plan here?
We're trying to keep their fevers down. We have some basic herbs, but none of us are doctors. You know, we weren't fortunate enough to have one on the trail.
How's long's a ride to the next town?
Probably like a week or 2.
Sorry to say we ain't got a doctor with us neither.
That's unfortunate.
What about them? And Oaf will point out at all the natives that have this place surrounded. They give medicine.
Yeah, that'd be nice if they would help us out. But it seems like they don't want their people catching this. I can't say as I blame them. It's a virulent disease.
We tried our hardest. I'll walk out. I'll go to walk out.
Sorry you're sick. Goodbye.
Is there anything we could do to help you?
If you got any medical know-how, you got anybody back at camp who does, if you have any medicine, we're out of water.
Oh my gosh.
And you guys do not have an abundance of water either.
Right, we don't. All right.
Yeah, man, problem, no solutions.
I got an idea. Let me go talk with my cohorts here and see if we can do something for you. But only maybe. So I gotta talk to Pete Nove. All right, fellas. What if y'all remember I was flying around in a jetpack?
Yes.
Yes, sir. I seem to recall.
That was pretty awesome. But what if I could just fly out of here, go fly, I'm flying up here, I pick a doctor up from the ground. Bring him on over here. What do you think?
Smart.
Sounds good.
All right, I guess that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
It is possible. Kind of.
But first, you
jetpack-
gotta find a doctor.
Yeah, you have to find a doctor. You have to learn how to navigate from the sky, which you're unfamiliar with. You can't. So the jetpack can go 100 miles an hour, but
Right.
it has limited fuel. Blah blah blah, that kind of stuff. And picking somebody else and carrying them would be hard. I'm not saying you can't do it,
You're talking about Jim Daffy here.
but damn, are there a lot of obstacles in your way?
Right.
And there's no guarantee that they won't try to shoot you out of the sky. Also, you are within the bounds of the old way. So if you fire up the jetpack,
It's in a minus 2. Right.
yeah,
And if I
anything.
critical fail, it'll blow up right on my back.
Into the air.
Thanks for the follow, Fancy Bread.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
201, baby.
201.
Today's a good day.
Today's a good day. But yeah, so the way the old way works is if something has a built-in failure, it'll probably happen if you fail. Which means the jetpack will explode. I'm just saying, man, there are things that are stopping you from doing it. It's not impossible. And you guys can always rush the Sioux line if you want to.
Oaf's gonna like walk over there like they're just dudes hanging out.
To the Sioux?
Yeah.
As soon as you get like almost within rifle range, an arrow lands in the ground at your feet. Very solid warning. That's hard to miss.
Oaf will pick it up and like wave it at him. Hello. You have medicine. They're sick. Yeah.
They're very far away still, but they can kind of hear you.
I'll shout it.
And you're yelling at them.
Yeah, they probably don't understand Oaf, but he doesn't know that.
Some of them do. Some of them do understand you, but they don't respond.
Yeah, Oaf's not a great speaker.
Yeah, no, not your strong suit.
Asshole saying about
Not your
medicine.
strong suit. Yeah, no harm in failing at things you're not even good at. You know? But yeah. So, are you guys heading back to camp? What are you guys doing?
That's a good question.
It is nighttime either way.
Oaf sleepy.
Jetpack stuff is riding, right?
Yeah, I would let you use writing.
Sweet.
They got a couple free cattle. We took a look at it like we told them we would. But sometimes nature just has to take its course.
Yeah.
They don't look sick.
Thank you for the follow. Bogged
Thank you.
Fern Gaming.
Yes, thank you, Bogged Fern Gaming.
Oh.
They don't look sick. They have normal poop and no throw up.
The people in the tent?
Yeah.
Oh, they definitely had throw up.
No. Ew. They definitely sick. They yucky.
That's right. They are yucky. So don't touch them, all right?
Okay. Yo, what's up, Bogged Fern Gaming?
What up? Hey,
What
we
up?
just hit 200 follows today, so thank you for the follow. I think you got us to 202, so
202.
we appreciate it very much.
You have been booned by Fancy Bread, Big Oaf.
Oh, thanks, Fancy Bread. Yeah.
First boon of the night, I believe.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
It is first.
Been followed by Akim
Yeah.
Biko. Thank you so much. We appreciate
Nice.
it. No, that's awesome. So, you guys are sitting here waiting to decide what to do. You have the jetpack.
I mean-
you have more than one probably that would work. It's possible. It's also very funny and not something I was expecting.
I think I gotta try at least.
Wow, thanks for the follow, Koopa Troopa.
We're on a roll, man.
Follow.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah. Koopa Troopa.
All these people got to see me carry a doctor and stuff.
Yeah, they want to see your jetpack skills.
Yeah, they're trying to goad you on.
The jetpack that is definitely about to fall apart and be destroyed.
All right. Best not to waste any time, I suppose. Anything goes wrong, you just cancel the plans. All right? You just let them die.
Thanks once again for the follow, Alina Jade. Yeah, so if you... Are you going to try?
Yeah, I'm going to try.
All right. Everybody stand
Let's
back
do
as
this.
Daffodil takes to the sky. Is that your riding check?
Yeah.
Is that going to be a success? You do take off.
Whoa. He
Just
flies
as fast as I can. Straight to the nearest, I guess, nearest populous town. Because I'm sure that the small ones don't have any doctors either.
So are you going to take, like, extra fuel?
Oh,
you're gonna
yeah.
need to.
Yeah.
Okay. So you take the ghost rock that you guys have. Thanks for the follow, Muffin.
Nothing.
Eric, new follower, according to Jade.
I'm loving all the M's on that.
Muffin. I like it too. But yeah. So you're gonna be flying like all night, bro. Are you cool with that?
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm gonna have you make another riding check.
Got it.
And you're still gonna be in the bounds of the Sioux Nation.
Boom!
Jeez. Daffy takes to the sky like he was born to it.
He looks like a little
I'm the best
bug.
damn pilot there ever was.
What's your... No.
He looks like a firefly.
He does look like a firefly. Let me see. Where's James Daffy? There's James Daffy.
My daffodil yellow shirt.
My papa
Zipping through the sky.
called them lightning bugs.
So I'm gonna say a couple of arrows are gonna take off towards you. You are kind of far. You're kind of high up, so odds are they'll miss. But you never know. They do try.
Oh, look at Pete. They shoot at James.
What's your toughness?
8.
8. Okay. Let me see if I can. Haha. So yeah, one arrow like touches you, but like you're like just out of range. It's like, and it just touches you. A couple more fall flat. They don't quite hit you. You are too high. And eventually you do clear. You see how many of them there are. There's a lot. But you do eventually, after a few hours, you travel hundreds of miles. And
With a jetpack.
yeah, hundreds of miles, because it only 100 miles an hour, man. That's how fast they go. So you do eventually see a town.
All right.
It is very far away. You do travel a great. I want to stress how far you go. You travel like 2 weeks journey with a cattle drive, like in a few hours.
It's like flying from San Antonio to Houston and back.
It is. But you do
I
it.
probably feel like a god right now.
Give me a
And it's all Christmas
final.
night.
Give me a final writing check for how you land when your fuel starts running out. It's also going to be at a disadvantage. Oh shit!
Oh, but wait.
You do have Benjamins.
Mm-hmm.
It's also
Yeah.
a disadvantage.
Yeah, so you're
But I
gonna
also get rerolls on
Benjamin.
writing rolls.
Benjamin
You
and
do.
Benjamin.
I do.
You do. Yeah, that's
So is that
fast. So you You have a landing. It's not bad. You kind of like your legs like It's a little rough, a little rougher than you wanted, but you don't suffer any kind of injury or anything. You're like, I could have done better. You don't quite do a flip or anything, and then your core is spent.
Oh, thanks, Muffin.
The way back is going to be way harder. So what are you guys doing back at camp tonight?
Oh, thanks, Casualty.
Shut up.
Pocky. Like the chips, Jenny? Think like the chips. We have an NPC name here. Pocky.
Dr. Pocky.
Is it Pocky?
Yes, it is Dr. Pocky. Spiciest doctor in the West.
Mm-hmm. Well, I know what'll fix that. Here's some cayenne pepper.
Opens up the arteries.
Blow it up your ass twice a day. Oh. He's a spicy doctor. So you guys do... So what are you guys doing tonight?
I mean...
You guys just having a regular night? Nothing special?
When the jetpack flew off and lit those dudes up, could we see how many of them there were?
I mean, you can tell.
Did we realize there's like a whole army there surrounding us?
There's hundreds of them. They're not trying to hide it. They're hoping that their numbers keep you back.
What do we do?
Wait for Mr. Daffodil to come back.
Oh, Sleepy.
If he don't come back, I say we just set out and leave them to their own fate. We can't save everyone, and we're not a charity drive.
Oh, that's a great name. Viking. Great name.
Oaf, go
Thanks
to
for the
sleep. I mean, Oaf's gonna just lay down and curl up in front of near Pete and go to sleep.
Pete, your Monotoy spirit, the demon inside you,
Yes.
it's kind of quiet tonight.
Good.
It's kind of quiet. It's kind of
This would
weird.
not be a good time for the evil demon spirit that resides within to act up.
It's kind of quiet tonight. Too quiet, but quiet nonetheless. So yeah, you guys just go to sleep. Daffy, you are very tired. You didn't sleep, but you are able. Go ahead. You're in this town. You land in this town. No one saw you land. It was in the wee hours of the morning. Some kid,
What a foreign concept! Just was Rocket Man. I need a doctor.
I'm from the future. Everybody's sick.
Oh man, if he was from the future and from our timeline, everybody is sick.
Oh,
I need you to come help save us from COVID.
I need a doctor who can prescribe masks. Everyone's sick as shit and they won't get a vaccine.
No, they'll I'll say a little kid like is sitting on a porch like eating a candy and like you blow his hat off when you land.
I'm excited
He's
when
like he's just like looking at you.
I want to get back to this fort.
Pretty
with
awesome,
the
right,
medicine. And once we get back with the medicine, I want people in the fort to just say that they don't believe in medicine. They're just like, no, we don't believe in that. We'll be okay.
I don't
We've been
trust
taking this rat poison instead.
I don't trust that Dr. Packy.
Do you have horse dewormer?
He's paid by the Lincoln administration to sterilize us. But yeah. So you are in the town. A little kid sees you. He doesn't say anything. He's just kind of like, "Wow!" Like he looks like it looks like you're his hero now.
Nice.
That kid is
You're
one
gonna
of the
be a
right
pilot.
brothers. Mom. No, he just sits there and stares. But yeah, so you are now in the town, and you're gonna go look for a doctor, I assume.
Right.
Go ahead and give me
Quick as can be.
Go ahead and give me a communication check here. Try and ask around.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I know, right?
All right.
Badass at riding. And then you get there,
Mhm.
and you got your foot in your mouth. Yep.
Well, you're carrying thunder and
I don't have.
just shoot him into the air. Boom!
Shoot somebody in the
I
leg. Shoot somebody in the leg, see if someone comes to fix them. Like, you must be a doctor.
It's the Grand Theft Auto way to summon a police car.
It is. It is. Molotov in a car to find a fire truck. Yep. Persuasion. All right. Yeah. No, that is a pass.
That's the closest thing I got.
It's like the bare minimum pass, but it is a pass nonetheless. So you're asking around. You ask the couple people that are walking around in the wee hours.
It's wearing a fucking jetpack, like 2 a.m.
No one. People do give it weird glances. They don't know what it is though.
That man have a stove on his back.
It does look like you're like a one-man band or something. But they point you in the direction of a clinic.
I done drank too much. I'm going to bed. Look at that. Would you just take a look at that?
Look right at it.
Would you just take a look at it?
Dumbass, that ain't no stove. That's a forge. He's obviously a blacksmith who's traveling.
Yeah, man. I had a dream that he had a jetpack on, though.
But yeah, Debbie, so you do head to the clinic, and there's a man inside. It is, in fact, Dr. Packy, like the chips.
Takis.
Doctor,
Yeah.
I have an issue.
How can
Very
I help
urgent.
you? So there's a 50-50
Do
chance
you-
that this guy's heart gives out before you get back. I'm just saying. No, he's not that old. That'd be really, really funny for me to do. Like, he's so old, you kill him en route. No, he's like a 40-year-old man. He's wearing one of those suit vests, long sleeve shirt. He has the pocket watch, very tight collared, with that the thin tie and some tiny spectacles. Middle part in his hair, a little bit of gray in it, clean shaven. Dr. Pocky. How can I help you?
Well, I got a whole bunch of fellas with smallpox just about to die a couple 100 miles away from here, and they need medical attention stat. We can't waste any more time.
A couple 100 miles. By the time we get there, everyone's going to be long dead that's going to die.
That's what you think.
Nah, don't worry about it. I can fly
Oh,
because of science.
what? He looks at you concerned. He walks up to you. He
love
opens
because of science.
He opens your eye and he starts doing
Ain't
tests.
no magic here.
Like, I don't think you have a concussion, son. You feeling all right?
Yeah, just come outside real quick, sir. Just come outside real quick. I'll show you I can fly. I swear.
Give me a persuasion check.
Just imagine someone showing up at your front door like this.
Come on, just come on.
Come on outside.
I was hoping you were gonna fail so that you'd have to kidnap this guy. But no, he's like, all right, damn, like this is crazy. He grabs his doctor's bag, and is like, what are we doing? Like he steps outside.
I'm gonna fly with you, and then you're gonna fix a bunch of people with smallpox.
You're speaking crazy, son. You been on the morphine?
I seen him
Give me a
do
hug
it.
real quick.
A little kid across the street.
He can do it. I saw him.
He definitely doesn't believe you, and like, it's just a whole thing. Yeah, the little kid across the street is like, yeah, he came down from heaven like the Lord.
I seen that man fall out the clouds. I seen it. He
He was
crashed
like,
right there on the street.
Yeah, no, that little
He
kid
messed
will
his
back you
shoulder
up.
up.
He will back you up. But the doctor will be like, that little Timmy's always lying.
He flies by shooting fire out of his butt. He's got a magic stove on his back.
He's like, look, I don't got time for this, sir.
All right, you just actually at this point I'm thinking to myself, how do I carry him exactly? In what way? Like my arms under his arms, or like is he on my back? How are we doing this?
How are you gonna do it? That's up to you, friend. That's
I mean,
your call.
I think we should just right. Give me a bear hug, sir.
He's like, whoa, fella, like, you just said that you coming from smallpox. Like, I don't want to be, I'm not stupid.
I'm not sick. I cover my face, and I just found these people. I haven't been hanging out with them.
You got a face covering that can keep out disease spirits? The doctor says.
Yeah, I'm just gonna grab him and fly into the air at that.
Yeah, go ahead. No, so give me a. So yeah, that is the kind of riding check you need to be able to fly with two people.
Oh yeah,
But
hell yeah.
you need to grab them, and you need to not drop them.
Right. Right.
Episode 14.
I'm going to-
It's raining doctors.
I'm going to tie him to myself with a rope.
Yep, I seen Jim Daffy
Okay.
do lasso.
Go ahead and give me that
It ain't the
lasso
first man he's
check.
tied up.
It'll be agility.
Yeah, episode 14, Jim Daffy and the Magic Stove.
So you lasso a doctor, and you fly up into the air with him. That's what happens. And it's like under his arms. It's not a good fit. You're like gonna dislocate his shoulder.
Told you.
A lot of people scream. Like anyone that was outside scream in horror as you abduct their physician via jetpack in the Wild West. A couple people shoot at you. I'm not going to have them hit you. It's just they do like just start shooting in the sky because they're scared of sky people.
Quit shooting at that dude, dumbass. That's an angel.
Someone will slap one of their guns away, be like, "You're gonna hit the doctor." You look down, you're just carrying a corpse now, bullseyed right in the head. That'd be funny as shit. But no, so you do fly back towards the Sioux Nation, and you do enter the bounds of the Sioux Nation. You look down at your strap as you enter, and it's a little cracked. Like, supernaturally so. It's like, oh, shit. Like, Sutter wasn't kidding. You don't believe in all that stuff, but...
It's true, he doesn't.
It's not great. You do notice that your equipment is starting to show wear and tear. It's not designed for two people. This guy below is not happy, dude. He's not happy at all. I'm going to be impressed with how you land.
Roll to release his bowels.
So, before you make your last two rolls, which will be at a disadvantage, if you guys want to find out whether or not James Daffodil crashes into the earth while carrying this doctor he abducted, you're going to have to stick around until after the break. We're going to go ahead and take our 5-7 minute kind of thing.
Oh, man.
Everyone watching, go ahead, drink some water.
Call that a bio break.
Bio
You can
break,
drink
yeah.
some water, you can poop and pee all at the same time.
This one
But
is alkaline.
don't drink your poop and pee, and we'll see you in 7-ish.
And if you just can't wait for us to get back to the break, you can go check out all of our content at Fresh Out the Box on YouTube. Link in the bio.
Buy stuff from Age and give us money.
That's true. Do that too. break is over now. Hey guys, everybody, welcome back to Fresh Out the Box Plays Savage World Deadlands. I am the Game Master, Johananon.
And I'm the co-host, Casualty CDG, a retired child crimes and human trafficking detective turned tabletop titan and improv comedian. And since we are playing Savage World's Deadlands, I'll be playing the part of Heavy Pete Perkins, the harrowed and undead along the trail ride with the lazy-ass crew.
Hey folks, I'm Matt Murphy, but tonight I'm playing James Daffodil, and I'm coming in for a landing.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Thomas Avenger, artist, art teacher, voice actor, and I'll be playing the big oaf. I saw James fly. The magic stove.
It's funny, the day after you dressed up like the Rocketeer and flew on your jetpack, we saw that they were talking about a reboot.
Yeah, because everyone is sitting around at home rewatching Rocketeer fucking over and over asking for a reboot. That's
No joke. I watched it like 2 days before that happened.
That's really funny.
When you were watching it, did you think, boy, this is right for a fucking reboot?
I was like, man, a lot of these effects don't hold up.
So, yes.
Quick reminder, anybody watching, it is September, so you can subscribe to any of your favorite Twitch channels at a discounted price. Just throwing that out there. You don't gotta do it. It's fine. But yeah, we are back. James Daffodil is about to try to fly back through the Sioux Nation with a jetpack, with a lassoed Dr. Pocky.
Who doesn't know what a jetpack is?
Who's scared to death.
What it was.
Because this is like a 2-3 hour flight, and it is. It's not
Please
comfortable.
relax your chair and lift your tray table up. This is going to be a 3-hour, no holdover flight.
All right, staying up past your bedtime, we appreciate it. Definitely appreciate it.
Wolf is up past his bedtime, too.
I want to redo that. I want to spend a Benny, if that's not enough. If 8 isn't enough, a Benny is getting spent.
So, a 4 is a success, but you are at a significant disadvantage right now.
Right.
With all the minuses, that's a pass.
Oh,
An 8,
nice.
an 8 will pass. A 6, you would have crashed into the ground. Your jetpack would have blown up, probably.
I didn't explode.
You didn't explode. No, you did it. All right. So you fly. You're flying for several more hours. You're now in the Sioux Nation, and you see the riders circling your camp up ahead. Give me one last check, Daffodil. Give me one last riding check. I'll remind everyone at home, James has a thing. Oh, well, he didn't need it.
10.
That's pretty good. So you land. You kind of drag the doctor across the ground so that he doesn't die on impact. He's on the ground, like dust covered. His hair is all messed up. His eyes are wide with terror. You'll notice that none of the Sioux shot at you on your way back. They only cared that you were leaving.
All right.
But you brought a doctor back, and the sun is rising. James, you are exhausted. You do have. Give me a vigor check to see if you gain fatigue from staying up all night. Past your bedtime, much like fancy bread.
Just like fancy bread.
A sentence that makes 0 sense out of context.
Yeah, if you don't know fancy bread as a person, staying up late past your bedtime like fancy bread, that doesn't mean anything.
That sounds like such a colloquial.
It's an ad. Yeah, it's like a radio ad from the 20s.
For like a Ladyfingers frozen dessert.
It might be the first sliced bread.
Up past your bedtime, time for fancy bread. Fancy bread, the only bread you can eat past your bedtime.
Eating bread past your bedtime's the worst thing to eat past your bedtime. I love it. It's like chocolate-covered, sprinkle-covered loaf of regular bread.
That vigor check is
Fancy.
good enough for you to not suffer any sort of fatigue.
Nice.
Like
The
him
wind-
ripping in there, is it loud enough to wake Oaf up?
Oh yeah, everybody notices this happen.
Okay.
A man just rode in, dragging another man through the sky on a jetpack. Everybody's watching. Some of the cows are like, "Meow."
Oaf will come up and help pick up the doctor just by like the gruff of his shirt.
Ah! Ah!
Pat him off.
Ah!
You help sick people.
He's shaking. You can tell he wet himself. He's like, his hair's a mess. His arms, like, you see a little bit of blood coming from under his arms where the rope cut into him.
I'll undo it and pat him down. All the dust off. Yes. Yeah, good. Good. Go help.
He'll like start looking around. And he'll like,
I'll take him.
huh? What'd you do, James?
I'll take him.
Oh, okay.
I'll take him to the sick people.
He's standing there, kind of crying and muttering very weakly, "Help! Help! 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 Help!" He's so terrified right now.
Yes, you're here to help.
This was such a, like, beyond anything this guy ever thought possible.
At least he understands his mission.
But yeah, so you start leading him into the camp. And he's like clutching his doctor's bag, like, to his chest and shaking.
Okay. I brought a doctor. Everybody remain calm. You're saved. By James Daffodil.
So the guys, you'll take him to the tent. He'll cover up his face. He'll like look around and be like, "Are you gonna kill me?"
No, I'm not gonna kill you. Just save these folks. You'll be all right.
Are you the devil?
I am the devil.
Oh,
Wow.
okay. I'm sorry. And he starts crying weakly again, but he starts like getting his bearings and he starts looking around. You traumatize this guy for life. But he's going to fix himself up eventually and compose himself.
Does he wear glasses?
Yes.
Oaf's gonna help him. Push his glasses onto his face too hard. Yeah. Yeah, better.
Yeah, he's like, "Ah!" And like you like bat your hand away, and he's like, nobody touch me. And he's like, he like starts retreating, but he goes into the tent. He's gonna start looking at people. They had over the night they had a death, and they are currently burying that dead.
That one's on you, Daffodil.
So fucked up. They're digging a hole right now.
God.
The doctor is checking the body. He's gonna, since you did bring a doctor, they're gonna make a medicine check. They made it high enough to notice some important things. Yeah, he definitely had smallpox. And he's like covering his face, all that stuff. He's wearing like a glove. And he turns its head. And he's like, but this is what killed him. And he'll point. There's puncture marks in his neck.
Fucking vampires.
Shout out to Fancy Bread. But yes, you do see puncture wounds, and they do appear to be exactly what you would expect to see from vampires.
Someone let's go outside and talk to these natives and ask them why they didn't tell us about any fucking vampires.
What are you talking about?
It is entirely possible they didn't know, but
Daffodil, don't you?
Vampires?
Daffodil
Are you
is not the
kidding me?
time.
Seriously, vampires.
Now
Like
is
a
not the
Dracula?
time. Yes,
Like a Dracula?
vampires.
As the sun rises all the way, the body that is not buried bursts into flames.
I'm gonna look.
Must
at the
be
body.
psychos or something.
I'm gonna just look at the body and look back at Daffodil and look back at the body, look back at Daffodil. It's a weird time for that body to spontaneously combust with the sunlight, no? Don't you think?
They probably had a grenade or TNT. Maybe Charlie got to him. Maybe Charlie
Hold
got to
on.
him.
Hold on 1 second. Hey, anybody around here? Y'all hoarding grenades in this camp? No,
Yeah.
Mr. Daffodil, these are not weapons traffickers.
I know there's an explanation for this. All right? I
Yeah,
know it.
vampires.
Before we leave here, we're gonna need locations of where you buried every single one of your dead.
They just kind of point right next to the other hole they dug.
We need to get them out of that hole before they come out themselves.
Should I throw them in the
I
sun?
got a couple of questions. For these people that have been taking care of these folks.
Yeah.
Are you not in this tent 24/7?
No. We take shifts.
So you just leave these people. You
Okay.
take shifts, but there's someone out of one of y'all in here all the time.
Ooh.
Usually,
Eh,
I think Big Guy's got a question.
eh. We make them
What is
stand in the sun.
That's a good. Yeah, you know what? That's not gonna stop. You're tricking me. Vampires aren't real. The sun ain't gonna do anything. These people are killing them.
They both do step out
Oh.
of the tent when you're talking to them, and the sun does not ignite them.
The sick.
I'm gonna reach up and grab the tent canvas and just rip it down.
A lot of the people in the sick beds like because that's a horrible thing to do to sick people.
Yeah, and it's a really but where am I?
None of them do burst into flames, which is strange because you think that maybe that's how they got sick, but you're not sure. Something's weird here. Something's going on.
Oaf, can you grab a shovel and help me start digging?
Yeah. No, we'll grab one. Get after it. He's on double time. Oaf wants to throw another one of those bodies and see if it lights on fire like the other one did. He's pretty excited by the human firework.
So you guys start digging. Yeah, that's more than enough. What's up, James?
Are any of the sick folks coherent? Like, can they
Some of them
communicate?
are. Most of them aren't, but some of them are. The doctor's trying to get the tent back up, and he's starting to give them like herbs and stuff to mitigate their fevers.
All right.
So, did vampire who eat sick man get sick?
Huh. I don't know. One of the people that's helping will say, I don't know if vampires can get sick.
So who's not sick?
Most of us aren't sick.
Vampires.
You see people walking around in the daylight. But the doctor will be asking for help to get the tent back up. And,
Alright.
blah, 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 that kind of stuff will be going on. Are you guys, so you guys are exhuming all the bodies?
Yep.
Yes.
With
Yeah.
great haste.
They will try to, when you get to them, some of them will attack. But all you have to do is pull them up and they get, but then you guys are stuck in holes with burning corpses.
Oaf is slinging these things out like cordwood, just like trash.
Go ahead and give me a strength check.
I'm gonna Benny this if I need to. Saying that now, I don't think so. No, son.
You
16.
just yeet them out of the holes, and they turn to dust before they hit the ground.
Yeet.
This does cause some panic amongst some people. They're like, "Oh my god, we're all gonna die! The devil is among us."
James, they all have grenades.
It does appear that they all have some sort of incendiary device attached to them. For the record, for anyone that's not a regular, James Daffodil has a hindrance that makes him not believe in the supernatural.
It's
Pretty
been
much
one of
no
my
matter
favorite
what.
things this entire run.
I love it. It's really, really, really fun.
Hold on before you throw the next one off. I'm gonna pat him down. Open up the shirt, shake it, make sure there's nothing. Pat down the pants, make sure the pants are shaking. Take off the shoes, like flip them tongues out.
Also,
back
the
on.
thing is attacking you while you're doing this.
And then let it blow up in the sun.
It's not an issue because you're the one doing it. It can't get you sick, but when they unbury this body, James, it's moving and screaming. And then he throws it out of the hole and it explodes into a fireball.
You make sure there's no incendiaries on you. Shut up and stop moving. And I like hit it in the face, start patting it down. There's a kid in the corner crying because it was his mom yesterday.
Yeah. There are some people that are freaking out.
That's my mommy.
Boom! No, it's not. It's an undead monster. Trust me, I would know.
There'll be an old man with suspenders and a prospector hat. He'll be like, "Must be in the rectum."
He's right.
He's gonna help James out on this one. He also has the same hindrance. I don't much believe in that kind of stuff.
I do not want to have to spread a dead body's rectum live on our show.
Yada, yada, yada.
It's okay.
But we get to that and then go past that also.
Okay. You guys start cutting open a body, and they're like, "No, stop!" And like people try to stop you. And eventually the body will ignite. But yeah, so all the bodies are gone now. All four of the ones that were... 5, I guess. The 4 that were buried and the 1 that is almost buried. They're still sick people, but the doctor is helping them.
Right.
Any more vampires?
We gotta find a vampire. Or sick fellow.
Oh yeah, so...
Sick with vampirism.
Big oaf.
So we're vampires, Leisha.
Big oaf, give me a vigor check. Okay.
Big oaf strong.
Big oaf does not get sick. Because he was actually handling the bodies and stuff, so...
Which is why we're okay throwing them into the sun and watching them explode, Lee.
I didn't kill him. 'Twas the sunlight that did it.
What was in my hand?
People don't kill people. Sunlight kills people.
That's some vampire.
Second Amendment right to some vitamin D.
Look, a stake to the heart never killed nobody except no vampire anyways.
What?
Yes. So are you guys doing anything else today? You guys seem to have cleared the vampires that you know of.
Like, we should be looking for whoever's killing these folks. Right?
Yes, we find.
Well, hopefully we got them all. No.
Well, someone's making them like that.
Someone is putting bombs inside these people.
A maniac, likely.
I still think talking to the natives is a good idea.
You're probably right. But every time we try to get close, they start firing.
Well, before you did that little air show, they seemed to like you quite a bit.
I don't know if I'd say they liked me, but
If you'd like, I can go talk to them.
Does Jack
maybe
know
that's
them?
No.
Maybe I should try. I can try.
Here. And Oaf will reach into his bag and give you like his bag of half-eaten candy that he's been carrying. Give them the candies.
All right, that might help, actually.
Yeah, I'm sure they want candy from the sick camp.
Well,
You had to allow the term buttholes.
I did. I have been over here allowing buttholes wild in our stream.
Okay. I mean, you know, I guess it's okay. It's not a bad one.
There's a lot worse things that you could say than buttholes. I'm gonna let buttholes. That one flies, man.
You're gonna let buttholes slide?
That's a keeper. I will keep buttholes.
I am surprised the chat is not taking advantage of this.
Oh God. Oh God. But yeah. So what are you doing? You still have daylight. The sun just came up. It's probably about noon when you guys are done with your dirty work.
Well, I say we start busting doors open. Any dark places, I suppose.
What we do that for, Mr. Daffodil?
Because this virus that people have been having.
He's trying to justify.
That virus.
Yeah,
Little
it
virus
reacts a lot,
called,
I suppose.
that little
Right.
virus called vampirism.
I've been thinking it over, and it seems like the sunlight cures this virus violently.
Yeah, I guess we
Um,
should ask somebody.
Oaf will take a cue and just start kicking fucking doors in.
Well, there he goes. You done got him started.
Hello.
People start like screaming. So some of the people at this
Be
point,
quiet.
At this point, people were already freaked out because of the exploding bodies. And now that you're kicking in doors and stuff, they're gonna start like being like, "Get the fuck out! You guys can't be here anymore."
I'm going to
That's
turn
really
around and yell at them to be quiet.
They got-
and try to intimidate them.
Yeah, go ahead and try.
I've got strong-willed +2 to intimidation and taunt. What do I need to roll here? Is intimidation its own thing? Yep.
Mhm.
There you go. So
Damn.
15.
They cower away a bit, but they do have weapons in their hands now.
If you do not let us search this camp, I'm taking the doctor back. It was very difficult to get him here, and I will take him back.
We're helping you.
Are you wearing your jetpack still, James?
Yeah,
Okay.
I am, yes.
You'll notice people start eyeing it and eyeing you. But look, like we could just like let us handle this part. You're freaking people out, man.
What? Your people are the one exploding into fire.
Well, for all we know, that's your doing. With your space magic.
You know, even when you go as far to show them the inside of a dead body's rectum, they still think spacemen done it.
You are not smart people.
I mean, this was happening before we showed up, right? Like, we've been here for, like, 12 hours, right?
More or less.
So how could we have done it? It had already happened.
We give
You
you
understand?
cow. We give you food. We give you toys. We give you medicine. You still no listen. Maybe you listen to Big Oaf's hands.
Hey,
Mm.
thanks for the subscription, Viking.
No, thank you.
Don't forget to slam in some of those new emoticons.
And apparently Butthole works in the chat now.
Yeah, say butthole as
Yeah,
well.
everybody, get your buttholes in the chat now.
Get it while the getting's good.
Yeah, it's now is the time to get your buttholes in the chat.
Make sure that
That's a
to,
Rick and Morty line.
make sure to tweet Casualty CDG and I with hashtag butthole.
It's being checked by mods.
Got you. Don't worry, I got you. So now we allowed butt space hole. We allowed buttholes as one word, and also butthole as one compound word. So if anybody else has any variations of buttholes, I've got my eyes on the chat for right now. So please get them out while you can. Come back next week while we talk about schlongs.
Next week on Fresh Out the Box, wieners. How do you spell anus? That's a good one. All right. So, but yeah, they do push back on this. What do you guys do?
Did you not hear that giant threatening thing? Big Oaf's getting ready to throw some hands, man.
Yeah, well,
I don't know if you
but
made a
they do
little
agree.
intimidation for that.
They say that they will do what you're trying to do on their own. They just don't want you kicking down any more doors.
Oaf open doors.
Just let us do it. Like they'll just open them.
All
You're
right.
small and weak. Big Oaf is strong. Big Oaf should go first.
But yeah, so some of them, so they start opening some doors, shining lights in places. No one explodes. But at the end of another few hours, man, we're missing a few people.
Some sick people.
I don't think they were sick. Huh.
Well, who are they?
We
Sounds
got
like they're vampires now.
we got old Murph. We got Jennifer. Screw it, Matt. Thomas. And old boy Gary.
Oh, it's a shit name. I feel bad for that guy.
Gary.
Gary is Gary. What a powerful fucking name. I was blessed.
Gary.
Oh yeah, what's your name? Did you say it was Gary? Oh, what a fucking good strong name.
Yeah, I just gave him y'all's names. So, but yeah, Murphy, Jennifer, Matt, Thomas, and Gary are all missing.
Old man, tiny girl, and 3 bald men are missing.
Yeah. We don't know where the hell they could have gone.
Probably got killed by vampires.
Yeah, but you figure there'd be a body or something.
They probably turned into bats.
Can they do that?
Yeah.
Nobody's turning in any bats. There's a place here that they're hiding. There
No,
has to be.
they don't do that.
I mean, we pretty much looked everywhere when we got here. There ain't nothing in the old fort building. There's nothing in the cellar. There ain't nothing in, couldn't find any supplies nowhere.
Nothing in the cellar, huh?
Is this guy lying?
Doesn't seem like it.
Maybe we should take a second pass through that cellar.
Think they're in the cellar?
They may be through the cellar, behind a big old box or something. We used to use hideaways like that all the time after a getaway job.
Maybe they're hiding in a box. Like hide and seek.
Well, hell yeah, it's right. It's over there, and that destroyed building over there has got some cellar doors.
Yeah, maybe some kind of ladder under the floor type of thing.
Yeah, maybe.
All right, let's get to it.
Hmm.
I'm gonna sling my big ghost club steel pylon over my shoulder and start walking that way.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I'm carrying the wheel axle with me.
I'm reading some stuff.
I don't know
I'm
if
just
I have-
saying, I'll kill everyone in this place if they try to take my jetpack. Every last one of them.
It's a part of me now. The Jim Daffodil you knew is dead. I'm Jetpack Daffodil.
Cause I'm a rocket man. Rocket man. But yeah. So you guys are heading to the building indicated to you, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just the three of you.
Wow, Garth William Hogan is the name of an NPC.
Oh, did that happen? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, I got a boon.
Boom!
Ooh.
Garth.
Do I have room to bring my weapon in there?
Which weapon?
I mean, it's just a flavored bladed war club, but it's a
Oh,
the
yeah.
axle to one of the wagons.
Yeah, you can bring it in there. So I'm gonna say instead of making Gareth William Hogan one of the missing people, I'm gonna say he's the No, that guy already had a name. Yeah, I'll make him one of the people that is missing. So I'll replace Murphy with him. His real name's Gareth William Hogan, but we called him Old Murph. I don't know why he told you the whole name. But yeah, anyway, so you head to this building, and you see double storm doors.
I rip them open. Oaf knows what he's here for.
It's got that mildew smell. It is worked stone all the way down. There's stone steps, with some like rotted wood on top, and then kind of just a shitty stone wall.
Smells bad.
A little bit of mold on it. It's
Gonna-
kind of damp down here almost.
Blankie back around my face. And stepping down in there, walking shoulder to shoulder with Pete, dragging my club, he's carrying it.
Unholster.
You guys do have a bit of room down here.
Come out, wherever you are.
They
We
said,
find you.
they said none of this stuff in here is theirs, so start smashing, Oaf.
Oaf will immediately get into that. And
Me
just
too.
start
I'm
smashing
just-
stuff.
Yep, we're blasting
You
crates.
just want- Yeah.
There's a
Look,
couple of
I'm-
crates by the bottom of the stairs. You smash them, nothing's in them. But then there's nothing else. So if you keep going straight, it'll round a corner, and you can't see back there. Shout out to Fancy Bread for hosting a viewing party in their Discord. Thank you
Hey,
so much.
thank you, Fancy.
Ooh,
Yeah,
thanks,
thanks,
Monkey
man.
Bread.
We appreciate it. But yeah, so it's just a long stone corridor buried in the earth. There are parts that are collapsed with like dirt coming through, but it's not too hard to navigate.
Crush them. Hello.
Nothing.
We're looking for you.
Do you guys continue? Yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
I'm just.
Just making sure.
No
So you-
one has told Oaf not to be afraid. He thinks we're playing hide and seek. He's like giddily skipping down these hallways.
you guys round the corner, and then you see like row after row of shelf that looks like they used to hold casks. Some of them still do, but most of them have the lid like open, and you see like stains on the ground where wine dried or something.
Oaf is gonna look to Pete for like continue to smash stuff.
Matt has been duped.
Oh.
Shit.
Go ahead and lose a Benny, sir.
All right.
Right before the good stuff happens. That's dirty business.
Can be
That
good.
is dirty
Screw yo
business.
guns.
It's really
Yeah. when you look to me, I'm gonna blast one on the right shelves.
You guys
so
start
then I'm just
smashing shelves.
Yep, same thing. Yeah.
Getting warmed up.
You guys do hear some movement. Everybody, go ahead and draw your cards.
Yeah.
Gonna draw some initiative cards.
Ooh, girl, I got that queen of clubs, girl.
That's a good one.
It is a good one.
Ooh.
Ten of diamonds.
I got a joker.
What'd
I
you
got
get,
a
Daffy?
A joker.
You got a joker?
I got a joker.
Damn.
Don't we
Well,
all get a Benny now?
all the players get a Benny because one of you drew a joker. Yes, correct.
Oh boy, so Akambiko.
Damn, try to doom me.
I was gonna say the one who doomed you, Akambiko. Thanks, we got that Joker, baby.
Hey, it all balances out. But yeah, so there is a you see something moving at the top of the crates, right above Pete as he smashes a barrel, and it looks like it's about to leap at him. But it is James Daffodil first.
What is it again? What am I looking at here?
Something is on the
Got a
shelf
psycho jumping
above
over shit.
Pete that's like about to lunge at him.
I'm shooting it twice in the face if I can see its face. Well, not wherever you say. Wherever you say.
Yeah. A 9 out of 5.
Yes, hit. You did damage twice.
Sweet. I don't want to do this, but I want to make sure with the regional minuses, do I still pass that second shot? Because we're in line.
Oh,
Like,
right.
Yeah.
You're not wrong. You do miss.
All right.
That was
And
very
just-
honest of you.
No, I appreciate it. Yeah. So the first shot, it goes right through its like neck, and the second shot misses.
Nice.
You hear it go, and like let out a hiss. It does not. It doesn't really. It flinches a bit. You shot it through the throat. It's it's dead, but it's standing there fine. It is right as rain. It is, however, shaken. You did shake it.
All right.
Yes.
There are several other of these shapes taking form. You guys do see this. You see it happen. And all of you go first. I believe. Which one of you had the queen?
That was me.
All right, Pete, you look up. You see this thing got shot in the throat. A little bit of blood falls right in front of you. You're much closer. You can see this thing looks sick. But it's also, to you, since you're not a non-believer, it's clearly a vampire.
Oh yeah, this thing right here is clearly a vampire. I'm gonna grab it by the throat.
Okay.
What would you like me to roll?
Fighting? Yeah, fighting.
Yes. I have rolled a 5.
You roll
And I
a 5.
Don't have minuses because
Because you're using your bare hands, yeah.
That's right. I'm not
I
using
mean, your
things.
club would also actually be fine.
I just want to grab him. That's I want to grab him.
There's nothing wrong with that. Let me see. What's his fighting? Okay. What'd you get?
I rolled a 5.
So like it jumps at you, and like also grabs you by the throat. Like you're holding each other by the throat mutually.
Okay, I'm cool with that. I'm gonna start running with it back towards the stairs.
I mean, that's pretty funny. You see Pete take off holding one of these things. Big oaf.
I'm gonna drop my thing of rope on the ground and tell Daffy to tie him up. Tie him up, and then I'm gonna run in and start swinging, just swinging it. Whatever we saw, these start coming out of the darkness at us. However many I can hit.
How many
Attack,
can you
minus
hit?
2 attack, minus 2 attack, minus 2. You know how it goes.
Oh, okay. So there are 2 within easy reach of you. There's a few others. You can see some movement behind some of the shelves, but there are 2 that are like nearby. You could probably do -2 on both. First one's a hit.
Benny.
They're gonna Benny the second one. Hope for a hit. The second one's a hit. Oh no, second one's still a miss.
Benny.
Mm.
Damn it.
It's still a miss.
Benny. There we go.
There you go. That's a hit.
3 Benny for that hit.
So you hit twice. Bam, bam. Different ones, right?
Yep.
Okay. So you hit both of them. Give me that damage.
Oh.
So
Splat.
So
Splat.
you cave in both of their chests. And you see them like, and they start shaking and they start freaking out. But then you see them like kind of cartoon reinflate. Like you hear their bones. Like
I was gonna see it go. Uh-oh. And then turn around and run away.
that is exactly what you see. Yes. At that, actually, give me a fear check. I believe you have a button for that.
I do, but I also have strong-willed, +2 to resist. But I don't know if that means against that or not.
It does. But also, FYI, you guys are in a fear area 4 right now. Okay.
Is that what I was supposed to roll? A spirit check?
No. Well, actually, click the fear result button.
Where is that?
It's at the top-ish.
Actually,
Yeah, it's the screaming face at the top middle.
Yeah, that's what I just clicked.
Oh. I did it. Okay.
Oh, fear result.
Yeah, fear result.
Right there. I'm sorry.
No, that's good.
I'm a big idiot.
So yeah, you're like, ah! Like, you scream and run away. You guys hear Oaf go, no, it's bad. And like lumber.
Vampires!
James, you don't know what kind of fancy vests these guys are wearing, but it looks like it just healed them, like suddenly. But yeah, so now it's their turn.
Use the jetpack.
2 of them, so they're going to come for the closest person to them and savagely attack our boy Daffy.
No.
Can I spend a Benny to change the narrative a little bit and have grabbed Daffy on the way past when I was running away?
If you want to help Daffy run away with a Benny, I would allow it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I don't think Oaf was trying to leave anyone behind. I just
So
assumed.
you
I thought he was at the back, and I had stormed forward. So when I ran back, I would be about where he was.
You guys are all running past. You don't make it too far, and they'll attack both of you now. Daffy first. What's your parry skill, buddy?
2.
Alrighty. What's their strength? Gotcha. What's your toughness?
8.
So you're going to be taking you are shaken. You get slammed in the chest by a fist that feels like it was the head of a bull. You've never been punched so hard in your entire life. Make a figure check.
Let the boys be boys.
You do not get sick from this contact with this thing.
Good.
But now you know it's a possibility. Yes. Big Oaf, same questions. What's your parry skill?
7. Big Oaf's quick.
What's your defense?
5.
So you. All right. So you have a shaken incoming, and you have and a wound.
That's not great.
No, he hit you with enough damage to do a raise. So, what? Do you have any bennies?
Yeah, I just got booned in the chat, so I'm gonna use that one.
So go ahead and make a soak roll. You guys have buttons for that, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
What
Such a
is
good
that
character
button
sheet. Whoever made
called?
that character sheet.
Where's the
kudos.
soak roll?
Also, Big Elf, you've been booned.
That was
Yeah,
the
that's
one.
what I just said.
Oh, that
That's
was
the
the
one he's
one.
using.
Okay, sorry.
Soak.
It's a big soak.
11.
So yeah, that you do stop the incoming wound. And that means that you avoid the stun as well.
I'm gonna yell at them. No, really, really loud. If I'm able, try to intimidate them after that punch just hits me. I see Daffy crumple a little bit and it hits me. No.
You
Into the
do
dark.
feel the force of this thing. It punches you like a Mack truck, man. These things are very strong. You want to know how strong? Stronger than any of you.
Mm.
Which is saying something because you guys got some strength carries. But yeah, back to the top of the order. Everybody, draw them cards.
A 5 of diamonds.
Oh no.
That's what I love about initiative in this game. It changes every time. Got a 5 of diamonds. What did I get?
Whatever it takes. Red balls if you have to. Good stuff. Incompetent user.
So it looks like I'm going first. So with like a supernatural speed, you see these things slam into you again. Wow. Thanks for the follow, Jake Snake, and thank you so much for the subscription.
Yes, I
Thank you,
second
Jake.
that.
Yeah, thanks, Jack Snack.
So
Snoop.
James Daffodil, you get hit again, but you're kind of like ready for it this time, and instead of trying to like block it, you realize how strong this thing is, and you roll it off of you, so the damage does not get through your protection. It does hit you, but you do not take any damage from it. Big Oaf, unfortunately, you get punched and it stuns you a little bit, so you are shaken, unless you have any bennies.
I do.
You can spend it to not be shaken.
Yep, we'll do that.
And doing so eliminates the need for a disease check. Pete, you
All
are
right.
in combat with this thing.
Thanks, chat.
Yeah,
Couldn't
thank
do
you
it
so
without
much,
you.
chat. We really appreciate it. Yeah, Jake Snake is on ball. This has been a great chat. Everybody, don't forget, you can doom or boon anybody
Hey.
here.
Hey,
Yeah, I have bennies too. Pete, you are in Mortal Kombat with this thing.
Mortal Kombat!
Go ahead.
You think I'm not going to scream it if you say it?
Go ahead and make a strength check.
fatality.
Strength or fighting, sir?
I'm going to say strength this time.
I will give it to you.
Finish him.
I have rolled
Brutality.
an 8 on my strength check.
So it is going to beat you at strength unless you Benny.
I'll Benny. I'm not sure if I can roll much better than that, but I'll give it a shot.
We'll
I'll
see.
Benny it. I have a lot of Bennies.
We'll see.
Now. A 7's not better.
No.
I have. Let's see. That brings me down to 5 Bennies. So I will use one
Oh,
more.
Viking, you frickin' turd.
Do I even?
Big Oaf has been
Okay.
doomed.
Okay, as long as it's you, that's no problem for me. Now let me roll my die again. Another big 7. All right, I'm not going to spend any more bennies. I'll just keep the 8.
So yeah, this thing like it hits you in the arm, and you swear it's broken. You're positive. It hurts so bad. It's not broken, but it hurts. It hits you like a bull, man. And then it gets in a stance ready to attack you. You see the hole in its throat has already stopped bleeding. And then yeah,
Foul creatures of darkness.
yeah. Whoever got the 9 of hearts, it looks like.
Niner. I got an 8 of hearts, I think.
Yeah, there you go. 8 of hearts. It's hard for me to see.
I'm gonna try something I've always wondered.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put my forearm up and slam my arm into its mouth and try to pin it against the wall.
Okay.
All right. Athletics, strength,
Give me fighting.
fighting it is. I rolled a 5, and I will definitely give this one a boon this time.
Daffy has been booned by
There we go.
incompetent user.
I am down.
Thank you, incompetent user.
I'm down to 3 bennies, but I rolled an 11.
You caught it completely flat-footed, and you slam it in to the wall with a raise.
Good. With my raise, I'd like to try to force it to suck the blood out of my arm, if you will allow me.
To see if it'll try and drink you.
Yes.
Sure, it'll try and drink you.
If a vampire drinks something that doesn't have a heartbeat, does it die?
It starts coughing and starts freaking out a bit.
And then fill him up with bugs.
So there are, in this setting, they don't necessarily have that weakness, but it is a historical weakness.
It is. I know it's probably not written in the book, but I also know that you are a fanboy for
Dead Man's
lore
Blood.
and cult classic.
Dead
and
Man's
I am
Blood
too,
is.
so I wanted to see.
I'm going to give him the shaking condition for it.
How classic are we going? Because Big Oaf's got a thing of salt in his bag.
It's hard to say. You guys can make knowledge checks if you want to see what exists in the universe like that. Some of them are surprising that they kept in. I'm happy about it. But you guys have noticed they have not taken any damage from anything you've done so far. But this one is shaken, Pete. You do successfully shake it. And then we're going to go to the 5 of diamonds. Who's the 5 of diamonds?
Probably me then. I'm gonna haul ass. I'm just going to attempt to run away as fast as I can.
That's not an issue. You can
Daffy
make it pretty much
overkill.
all the way. That's really funny.
To CDG.
But yeah, so you do make it to the foot of the stairs, and there is some sunlight on you. Not much. It's not completely out in the open, but you are close.
Cool. And I was going to attempt to carry Daffy while I did that, like I spent that Benny last time to grab him.
Make a spirit check to see if you can unfear. Yep. So you Daffy needs help, and you run with him. You see one of the ones that was stunned earlier snap to and like tried to lunge at Daffodil. But
I'll fucking smash that guy in the face with Daffodil's jetpack.
yeah, you push him back and you take Daffy and you guys run. You do make it to the base of the stairs. Daffodil, it is your turn.
I'm going to return the favor and try to drag Big Oaf out of here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Give me. I'll call it. You try and navigate him up the stairs. Give me an agility.
All right.
Oh, you're shaking.
Oh.
Roll to unshake, sir.
Can I spend a Benny for that?
You can spend a Benny to flat unshake, yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay, so you're no longer shaken, and you do help him up the stairs. You guys are now in the sunlight. Pete is down there with a vampire still.
How much movement do I have left?
I mean, you can move a bit. You're at the
Alright.
top of the stairs now.
How far down is Pete?
So he's like halfway down the hallway. He didn't like run full speed
Right.
on his turn. He stopped and flat.
All right. Is there? I know that I'm pretty sure this would be okay. How far away from camp are we?
From your camp, you're pretty far away. From
All
like
right.
the settlers, you're not that far. Like they could hear you if you hollered.
I should have brought my horse. I do have the jetpack.
You do have a jetpack.
I do have the jetpack. I want to start heading to camp to get Charlie's flamethrower.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and give me that ride check.
All right.
You are at a disadvantage here, but with a ride check like that, it doesn't much matter. Yeah, you take off right out of Big O's arms.
I'll turn around and look and like, can I see Pete from where I'm at?
You can, kind of, like barely.
Does he look like he needs help, or does he look like he has that under control?
As
I
you
feel like
wonder,
I need to
as you
shut
wonder
these
this,
doors.
he is holding a vampire against a wall with his arm, and you see 3 more closing in on him. It does not look like he has it under control. None of you have managed to harm these things at all.
I'm gonna holler at him. Look out, Pete! Look out, more.
Yeah, you look over, you see 3 more encroaching. They're moving quick. Everybody draw your cards.
Oh boy, that's the one.
Nice, Pete. Nice.
Can a Benny be used to draw another card?
Yes,
I'm not keeping that one.
I do believe so.
Oh my god.
That's barely better.
Yeah, it is barely better, but also twice as good.
It is twice as good. Go ahead and do that too, Daffy. What do you get? 5?
I got 8 of hearts.
I
that is
also
an 8.
Got an 8 of hearts.
One more.
Hey, what
There
do
we
you,
go.
what do
There
you,
we go.
Did you spend a bendy again?
Yes, I did. I have 1 Benny left now, but I'll take the ace over the fucking
All
2
right,
of spades.
you're up. You're up, Buttercup. What are you doing?
I still I'm still grappled with this guy, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna run out with him. That's it.
Are you in
That's
the
all
chat wishing minor inconveniences on Viking?
No,
Not him.
no,
No,
It's
that
a
ain't him.
different casualty.
no.
Oh yeah,
That
but
ain't me.
what you doing on your turn?
I'm gonna run outside with this fella.
All right, give me one last strength check here
Okay.
to hold on.
5.
You have any
Do I
minis?
use my last Benny here, team?
I mean, I don't have any, so you shouldn't be asking me.
Sounds like a yes. Here it goes. An overwhelming yes.
Oh,
15! Oh my goodness!
Suck it, you little vampire.
That's
I got a
one.
7. Yep. Well, I got
gonna-
an 8, but yeah.
I'm gonna pick him up over my head and scream and walk outside with him and hold him above my head while he melts in the sunlight.
It screams and hisses and writhes as it lights on fire and turns to dust in their hands.
I'm gonna turn and glare back down the stairs at the eyes in the dark.
They're like at the border of the sunlight, and they run back inside.
You think you're the only monsters around here? I'll fire bone shards into the dark after them from my arms.
You hear them skitter across the floor. But
Run,
yeah,
little babies.
so now technically we're out of initiative order. So
Where the hell's Charlie when you need him? We should bring this whole building down.
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
I'm the man for the job.
Seems like we got a nest to clear.
You blood-sucking sons of bitches.
You blood sucking sons of bitches. But yeah, so you are flying to camp, Daffy. You make it there before anyone else.
I'm gonna smash up pieces of wood while we're around and start making little stakes.
Charlie. We need your expertise.
RDR 2. Red Dead Redemption 2. Have anyone played it? I think I heard it's good.
Yeah, I played
I
Red Dead
love it.
Redemption 2, and I loved it.
Yeah.
This is giving people that vibe, that feeling, that urge, which is
Oh,
funny.
nice.
Would I say it's worth the money? Yeah, it probably is worth the money.
Yep.
Yeah, I think so.
You heard it here, folks. Dead Red Redemption 2. Worth the money.
Certified fresh out
Certified
the
fresh.
box. Mhm.
But yeah, so you make it back. What are you doing, Daffy?
Charlie, we need you to burn something down.
Ah, yeah. I'm too drunk. I'll send JJ. Fuck yeah. JJ will chime in.
All right, JJ.
He
Come
gives
on,
JJ the flamethrower.
JJ does know how to use it, doesn't he?
Fuck yeah! You gonna take me up in the sky with you, Daffy?
I'm gonna try, JJ.
Be like, it's the damnedest thing. Ever since we got here, this thing started getting all rusty.
That is the damnest thing. We better burn this place to the ground before it breaks.
But yeah, how are you gonna? Are you gonna fly him there? Or are you gonna ride horses or something?
Oh yeah, I think now that I've seen that the stuff all our mechanical stuff is starting to go. Yeah, we'll get on horses.
Yeah, something's wrong with your stuff. You don't know if it got wet. You don't know if it's just bad care, but your stuff's starting to turn shitty from use. But yeah, so you guys ride back on horses. You come back a little bit later. Big Oaf is out there making steaks. You don't know why, Daffy. You don't know why. Pete, what you doing?
I am in game. I'm standing here waiting, but in real life, I'm looking up the swarm rules because I'm going to use bugs this time around.
Nice.
Mm.
Do you have a Benji?
A Benny. Oh yeah, it does cost a Benny to activate your ability, doesn't it?
It does.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Are you?
I don't have one right now, but I do believe that by the time we get to the situation, I might have one.
You heard it here, folks. If you want to see Heavy Pete Perkins summon a horde of insects, you must boon him. Otherwise, he just can't do it. I love this game. All right. That's not a bad picture. Who's that supposed to be?
That's JJ.
Fuck yeah! JJ's the sort that kisses his cousin on the lips. But yeah, so you guys are there. Pete Perkins.
The American dream.
The sun is starting to diminish a bit. It's not quite going down yet, but it's like 3 now. 3:30. But it's starting to get a little overcast. You're starting to get a little worried. A little thunder in the distance.
While we're waiting on that, is there a way that I can attempt to put a bunch of those spikes on the end of that axle that I use so I have what's ostensibly like a giant wooden stake pitchfork?
Yeah, you could try.
I mean, I have the supplies to do it, but I'm kind of an idiot.
I mean, you could get someone else to do it for you. Jamie or Charlie could do it pretty well.
Yeah, I'm just gonna tell them. More stakes on the end, yeah.
Mechanically, if you wish to try to stake one of these things, I will let you know. You have to use a stake. You have to make a called shot to the heart, which is at a -4.
I mean, that's what Oaf is going to be trying. He swung at him and watched him just come right back. So that will be my intent whenever it comes up, if it comes up.
What kind of a roll is that? Like, what would I be rolling if I wanted to stake something?
Fighting.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a fighting check. Just FYI, that is, since you guys are going to do it, I just want you to know it's -4 to the heart. And it's not a guaranteed kill. But, you'll see. We shall see how this goes.
All right.
Are you guys waiting?
Am I over there yet with JJ?
Yeah, you're over there with JJ.
Totally.
Oh, JJ, light him up.
What do you want him to do?
Set the whole freaking building on fire.
So it is stonework underneath the ground. He would have to go in there to catch some stuff on fire in a significant manner.
All right. Well,
what about above ground? Can't we just burn it down and let the rubble bury him alive?
So the building is mostly rubble already. It's just the timbers and then like part of a roof and then the cellar.
You've seen how strong they are. If this building comes down, they're just gonna move the rubble.
Yeah, but if the sun's out, then whatever's making these fellas sick is gonna ignite their biology.
Vampirism's what's making them sick.
We smash like an anthill, then blow up with dynamite.
Maybe we should ask around, see if anyone's got any garlic or holy water.
Where's the doctor?
The doctor's not that far away. This cellar is pretty close to the sick tent.
Dr. Taki,
Give
give us garlic.
I don't have any garlic.
Oaf will just look at Pete for what to do next.
I gotta think if anyone's got garlic to trade, it's gonna be the Sioux Nation, not the doctor.
Okay, and then Oaf will go walk out towards them like he did last time, waving. Hello.
You'll
we have
be
some
you'll,
garlic,
you'll,
please.
You'll be met with some fire.
I tell you what,
Stop.
JJ, you stand right here. If anything comes out this door, you light it on fire. You got that?
He'll look at you. He'll smile. He'll give you a wink. And he'll say, "Fuck yeah." He'll light the pilot light on the flamethrower. You can hear the souls from the ghost rock escaping. Yeah.
Mr. Daffodil, I think Mr. Oaf might need your expertise in bartering with the fine people of the Sioux Nation.
I don't, I'm not trying to entertain whatever imaginary nonsense you two are trying to get into. But if you were looking for garlic, wouldn't you just ask a cook? That's just what I'm wondering.
We can ask these people, but they've been on the road.
Say, yeah. Is it Pete the cook?
You could ask Javier. Javier's the cook.
Or doesn't Pete ride on the chuck wagon? He would know if we had it.
Pete does ride on the chuck wagon, but he doesn't much care for people food. But you think you've seen Javier have some?
If that's the case, I imagine Pete would have just told me to run to the cart and get it. So Oaf would be running to the
Yeah,
cart.
you guys can grab garlic if you want. And you were also looking for holy water?
Yeah, if somebody's got it.
Oaf has 2 canteens. He'll tell Abraham to make it holy.
Yeah, the only
garlic.
people,
Make the water holy.
the only person that you know that is religious, like in that way, is Abraham. He will, in fact, bless the water.
All right, y'all. Here's the thing. We come across a couple of sick folks up at the camp. Now we're gonna go in and wipe out this vampire den. So if anybody ain't busy, why don't y'all come on up there with us so we don't die?
Who are you asking to come with you?
Everybody at the camp?
Your camp, or
Yes, our camp.
you're gonna ask the lazy S
Mm-hmm.
to come help you?
Yes.
Some people gotta tend to the cattle, but yeah, we can send most people. We can send some people. You want to send a bunch of people down there?
Hell yeah, we'll lead the way,
Good
but
press.
it's gonna be dangerous.
Abraham will volunteer. You ask for volunteers, essentially.
Oaf has an idea.
Abraham will offer. What's Oaf's idea?
We lasso vampire, then crew drag them out with horse into the sun.
That's not a bad idea.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Getting a long
Oaf smart.
That's not a bad idea. So let's see. Who's going to help you guys out? Abraham will help you out. Veronica will help you out. And
Jack.
yeah.
Luke.
Jack's gonna... Yeah, Jack will help you.
Oaf likes Jack because Jack's always running around doing stuff like Daffodil. So as Jack walks up, Oaf will like clap his back with his hand. Yeah, Jack.
Jack will be like, "Hey, Oaf." But yeah, so Abraham will like put on a big old cross, and he's holding a Bible, and he's ready to go. So you guys have your little posse. It's the 3 of you. It is Abraham, Jack, Veronica, and JJ. It's not a bad little crew.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a bad crew. No one else really wanted to go. People are scared. And some people actually do need to watch the cattle. But it's good. It's a good amount of people. So you guys are now gathered at the entrance to the basement.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What all are you bringing?
I've got steaks that I made, and I've got my big weird steak pitchfork thing. And I'm just going to attempt to pin people to the wall so they can't move while somebody lassos them, and then let them go so they can get pulled out.
Yeah, we'll say Jack has a horse ready to go. And I'm going to say Jamie is going to help rig up a pulley system. She'll put a couple wheels together, and she'll run the rope and be like, look, if you put it like this, it multiplies the force.
Now, I don't mean to be a negative Nancy, but what happens if they cut the rope with their razor-sharp claws?
I guess they wouldn't be coming upstairs now, would they?
All right, I think I'm out of questions.
It is a possibility. But yeah, so you guys stand. JJ's been. You saw him shoot off the flamethrower once and go, whoops! But he's like, I was just testing. Just testing. Everything's good. Fuck yeah. But you guys are about to go back down, I assume, right?
I guess I'll probably take some of that holy water.
Oh no, it's
Oaf will hand you a canteen.
The fear. Yeah, it was a scary situation. You don't know what to believe right now. But Abraham, he's gonna be saying a prayer over all of you.
Oaf will offer Pete a canteen also.
Yeah, you guys have flasks of holy water now, and they do a thing. Everything that you guys, some of the stuff that you guys are bringing, not all of it, but some of it does have an effect.
Oh, there is one more thing I would like to have before you say. I would like to, since I know Abraham's got a cross, I probably get something like that, even if I got to make it myself.
Oh yeah, he can. Someone will give you one. I'll say.
A steak and a shotgun.
I'll say Jamie gives you one because she likes you. She'll offer it. It's not a big one or anything. It's like a smaller jewelry one, but it is a cross.
Since my family was killed by monsters at some point, I don't know if they're vampires or not, but can I try to make that general knowledge check to see if pouring salt across the threshold of this door will work?
You can try, yeah.
I mean, I think it doesn't really matter. I think Oaf's going to try it, whether or not he knows it works. I guess that's common knowledge.
Yes.
To be fair, everyone who does it in real life does the same thing that you're doing right now. I'm gonna do it anyways, even if I don't know if it works.
-2. So it's a -2 to that, so it's a 4.
You don't think it'll work. You're like,
right.
Salt.
Oh.
Maybe that was ghosts.
So it is like real life.
It is kind of like real life.
Can I come in?
You don't know if that's one of the rules either. But yeah, so as you guys gather, the prayer is said, you guys get ready. JJ's like, fuck yeah! Who's going first? And as you guys are about to enter the vampire den and some distant thunder rumbles, that's where we're going to have to cut it this week. So if
tune in next week for Vampire Den.
Yeah, tune in next week at 8 Central till 11 to see what happens in the heart of the beast here. Thank you so much for watching so far. I've been Jahanan.
I'm Casualty CDG, but you can call me Gary.
I'm Matt Murphy.
I'm Thomas Avenger, y'all. Thanks for tuning in and spending some time with us.
Yeah, you can follow us all on our Twitters. I'm at RockFat. Gary's at Casualty CDG. You got at Thomas Avenger all on screen.
On all of it.
Follow us at Fresh Out the Box on YouTube. Links in the bio.
TikTok.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, YouTube. This is streaming on YouTube.
This is streaming on YouTube. All of our old content is available there. If you like games, and want to play some of your own, you can use our affiliate code from Green Ronin to play any of the Green Ronin stuff. You get a 5% discount at the store, and you help us out financially as well. So go ahead and check that out.
And I'm not on it, but I would like to shout out the podcast these guys do. It is phenomenal. Fresh Out the Podcast on Spotify.
Yeah,
I
we
do that thing
appreciate
all
that.
the time.
Yeah, Fresh Out the Podcast, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, soon to be on other stuff
Competent
as
user
well.
knows.
But yeah, thanks for the shout out. Definitely Fresh Out the Podcast. Very fun.
Join us tomorrow night. Join us every Thursday for Thursdage, where we play our favorite age systems by Green Ronin. We'll be playing The Expanse tomorrow, and I'll be playing the part of Loki, the Martian space hacker. Matt, of course, will be there as well, and we have Leighton and Alicia, so it'll be a full house. Stop by, see us in space.
Yeah, stop by this tomorrow to see what happens when Kevin punches an alien in the face.
Oh, that's right. Oh,
We're gonna
Friday.
Yeah.
Friday, we're hosting Tony from Plus One EXP. He has an indie game that's on Kickstarter right now called Down
We Go. It is on GameFound.
Yes, and the campaign goes until the end of the month.
Yes, so go ahead and check that out as well. And you can watch us play it firsthand here. That's Tony Vicinda at Plus One EXP. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And just have a good night, y'all.
Yeah. Thanks. See y'all next time.
Bye.